So technically, I should not be sharing this information for free because a lot of singing instructors don't even teach this. But I'm going to teach you right now, right here. This is the last video you'll ever need to know how to sing and to get from 0 to 80% better with just working with breath control. And that is all you'll ever need. I'm telling you, like, you listen to any good singer, and the reason why they're so good is because of their breath control. Really, that's mainly it. So let me explain to you what you can do to do that. Okay, so what you want to do first is you want to make sure every time you're taking an inhale, so right before you sing, you take in a 360 breath. So what does that mean? That means you're expanding everywhere. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Okay, so let's say I'm inhaling. I want to expand my belly and my back. Okay, not just a lot of singers, they just focus on breathing right from here, expanding the belly, but you want to expand everywhere. Okay, that's how you're going to maximize and get more air. And a really good way to practice that is just by keeping your hands by your sides. Okay, you can even keep your hands at your back, and you're going to inhale, and you're going to inhale into your hands and push it outwards against your hands. You're going to do it in the front and in the back. That's how you can really practice that. And this takes a while to practice to really get down. So I suggest doing it every day until you get the hang of it. Okay, number 2. Also, I just want to say that every time you're taking a breath, you don't want to move your shoulders up. Okay, a lot of people do this when they inhale. They go like this, okay, and their chest moves up. You want to keep your chest still. You want to keep your shoulders down. And all you're doing is expanding your belly and your back and like the ribs, okay? Everything's expanding. Your ribs are pushing outward, pushing from the back, from the front, okay? And you're letting your breath expand. You're not forcefully pushing out your stomach or forcefully pushing out anywhere. You're letting your breath expand, kind of like a balloon. You want to imagine like a balloon is pushing out on all sides. Okay, so second. So the next muscle that you want to focus on is your transverse abdominis muscle. And this muscle basically is your deeper core muscle. It's not your six-pack abs. It's a muscle that sits kind of behind your belly button, okay? And what you're going to do is you want to engage the TVA as you sing. This is really important. So what I really recommend is you look up transverse abdominis exercises that you can do. Do that, and that will help strengthen your TVA, so when you sing, it just naturally engages, okay? And then the third muscle that you want to focus on is your pelvic floor. So your pelvic floor are the muscles that sit right on top of your pelvis. And, okay, so like right on top of your pelvis, it sits right here. And as you inhale, you're going to it's all a visualization thing. On the inhale, you're going to let it kind of the breath pushes it down. The muscles are being pushed down. And as you sing, or on the exhale, you just imagine these muscles are being pulled up. And you can like imagine like a thread or like a rope is pulling up the muscles and just pulling up those pelvic floor muscles. A lot of times a visualization cue that helps me is sometimes I imagine that I'm singing from my pelvic floor versus my throat. Because when you sing from your throat, it actually pulls on the accessory. These are called accessory muscles. And you should not be utilizing, your voice should not be pulling on your vocal cords or the muscles here. Okay, so you really want to be able to imagine singing from your pelvic floor to really get more breath support. So another thing that I want to mention is as you are taking a breath right before you sing, you want to, of course, like I said, breathe on all sides, breathe into all sides, but you also want to breathe down, okay? So you're really just imagining that balloon is expanding even downwards, okay? Not just side, but down as well on the inhale. And then on the exhale, everything just kind of contracts. But I also want to mention that for a lot of people, they may have tension in the hip area, okay? And that can really impact your breath from really going down there, even though it's not really going down there, it's all just a visualization thing. But you really want to loosen your hips, so you can do like hip circles, like move your hips around, and really loosen your hips so that you can actually engage those muscles. Because actually for a long time, while I was trying to engage my pelvic floor and my transverse abdominis, I really wasn't able to because my hips were very tight. So you really want to make sure that you keep your hips loose and your pelvic floor engaged as you sing. Okay, and also I want to mention that even your lower back can be very tight. So even when you're trying to breathe into your back, it might not actually do anything. So you really want to make sure that you're loosening all these muscles. So I recommend stretching your lower back. Maybe do the yoga pose cat-cow, because that can really help kind of activate your lower back muscles, and just really work out your lower body muscles, because chances are these muscles can be very tight just because most of us are just sitting around all day, and over time it becomes tight. So you really want to make sure you're just doing those exercises to really keep all your muscles loose and activated. But that's really it. And nowadays, when I just sing, all I'm thinking about is singing from like the lower part of my body. My breath just naturally expands in all directions. So all I think about now is just singing from beneath me and singing out. So you don't have to really think about too much as you sing. It's not like you don't have to think about like all 10 things. But it takes a little practice, just being able to sing from your bottom part of your body versus the top, which a lot of people tend to do. But yeah, I really hope that helps, and I might make another video on the more like specifics about how to sing. But if you just follow the instructions I gave you in this video, you will become a beautiful singer. Beautiful. But I hope that helps.